Welcome to the set list, your backstage pass into the artists that we love. We're in Miami right now, and I am sitting here with truly one of my favorite artists, producers of all time. This guy is the most prolific creative in the industry, truly. I mean, he has just made records that have defined eras for practically my entire life. And I'm also super happy to call this guy one of my really good friends. So give it up for Diplo.
Thank you.
Wow, Diplo, also known as Wes.
Yes.
I call you Wes.
Yes. You're my real friend if you call me Wes.
I'm
If
real
you're
friend.
not my real friend, you call me Thomas because you read that on Wikipedia, which is my actual first name.
I've never called you Thomas.
Yeah,
my
no
whole
one did
life.
that. So it's like, but people that are fans like Thomas just like get my attention, and I'm
Uh-huh.
like, that's not my real name, but it is my actual name.
You're not my real friend because you would call me
the West. People call me Wes is the real ones.
Can we talk about really quick before we start
Yeah.
how we first met? Because wait, I actually don't remember how we first met.
Yeah, I was like, what? Oh,
I have no idea. I don't know how we first
I
met.
feel like I'm just.
But okay, we have to talk about. This is a crazy story because Wes and I have now been homies for years. We would always just see each other out partying, and we definitely met through mutual friends.
Yeah.
One time, I think you were texting with Stas.
Yeah.
And we were like planning a night, and we were gonna go meet up with Wes. We were doing something. Somehow, Wes was like, "Oh, is your friend Carl coming?" And Stas was like, "Who the hell's Carl?" Like, and we were all sitting there, and I'm like, "Who's Carl?" We were like with a big group of people. Like, "Who's Carl? Who's Carl?" He was like, "You know, Carl, like Black Carl." And she was like, "Wait, do you mean Carter?" And he was like, "Oh, this whole time I thought his name was Carl."
I had his name saved as Carl for like 6 years.
When I become an artist, it's just gonna be Carl, and I'm gonna hop on a song with you and just be.
I'm down to put Carl on there. What do? Do you sing or rap? What's your? Can you sing?
I can sing a little bit.
I've been drinking.
But your skill set is
I can sing
actually
a little
just like you're like the last. I think you might be one of the last remaining actual A&Rs in the world
Wow.
because
You
they're
think
just
so?
that's gone. That genre of person is out of here.
Wow. You heard it here first, everybody.
When
the
I was-
last A&R in the world.
When I was younger, we had when MI was signed to Interscope, it was I wish I fucking remember his name. He had signed Smashing Pumpkins, and he did like all these big records on Interscope, and like his thing was like back then the A&Rs were like they really knew the artist, and they like saw them coming up. They went to all the demo shows, and they like helped build and put them together. And like now the labels, when you sign, they're just like go do a TikTok, and they stop talking to you, and it's your job.
Dude, that's okay. I'm glad we're just diving right in because I wanted to ask you how you navigate the changing landscape in the music industry because you've been in this game for so long and you are a pioneer in music. And the way that people consume music today is so different from when I started, from when you started. So bringing up TikTok and social media and everything, like how do you navigate that as an artist and producer?
It's really changing, it's changing month to month. Now it's changing like day to day.
Yeah.
Like how people digest music, how they consume it, how they find it.
Yeah.
But I've been doing this, I started releasing records like 25 years ago, like when I was 21 years old. So it's been even earlier than that. I was like, my business model was making mixtapes to people, and I would sell them physically, like hand to hand. I was making a lot of money. Like in Philly, when I moved to Philly, and in New York, I would just make mixtapes. Like me and Maya's mixtape, or like our hip hop mixtapes, our DJ sets. I would make physical mixtapes, have good art.
Yeah.
We would promote them on ICQ chats and message boards. I go to New York, sell them at Kim's Video, Armand's, Urban Outfitters. I would sell like physical copies, and I was making like $6 a mixtape, a CD.
Dude,
I was making like $200,000 like
hustler.
every mixtape. I bought a house in Philly from making mixtapes and selling vinyl. So I knew the business from when it was like analog, like physical.
Right.
All the way up to like, oh, people are starting to stream music, and like, oh, people are using Napster. I was like, let's get our music out there. Because then I saw ticket sales. I was like, oh, we're doing parties. How do I move to different venues?
Right.
And I saw that happening, and I was like, okay, we have to put our music on these websites and stuff like that. And when people are fighting Napster, people are fighting streamers, so I was like, yo, let's get on there.
Yeah.
So that was the real, I've always been like a very tech adjacent musician. So you've always got to be like that. You can never fight. Like now people fighting AI, I'm like,
you can't. You gotta evolve.
It's a losing battle. Like you don't want to. you don't want to fight somebody else with like swords, with like a, you know, who has
With,
machine
like, a
guns.
machine gun.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like that's what AI
Exactly.
is right now. Like
Yeah.
it's like just learn to use it and be good at it. But I'm always really a big proponent of technology. But watching people make music over the last 25 years, it's crazy to see artists come and go because they never really found their foothold. And like, because you have to always move. Like how David Bowie did it. How, you know, how people like were always able to like get their motion in different genres and like be able to change with like the times. Like that's only happening. And now it's like day to day, like trend wise. And I see a couple artists that I just like know have it, you know, like I was talking about Doja, people that just like kind of like flow. They go wherever the fuck they want.
They understand the landscape. They can evolve.
They're moving. They're moving with the internet. They're moving with people's. They're not even setting. Like they're not setting trends. Or they're just like being in front of things, you know, and like letting things catch up to like. Dochi's a good example. Just kind of like being in front and doing what she does at the highest level. And like, yo, if you make great music right now, I still believe TikTok or whatever will find it, you know?
100%.
If people don't believe it, because a lot of people just want to follow a trend and it's like put stuff out there like that's like on whatever is the wavelength at the time or whatever is like marketed heavily, but you can really just make great music and then have a little someone on the side kind of put it in that you know, that zeitgeist so people can hear it, but just make great stuff. That's the key.
Dude, I'm so glad that you just brought up Dochi because when she made her last mixtape, Alligator Bites, it was all just like, this is what I want to say. This is my identity. This is about Florida. This is about how I grew up. And I don't give a fuck about a trend. I don't care about I'm not making music for that whatsoever. And it was exactly what she wanted to do and what she wanted to say. And then it was like everyone was catching up to her. And it's just such a true testament to like not trying to make a song or follow anything for a trend. But I also, that's what you do as well. I never told you this, but I think it was 2013, 2014, I was in college. And I came to Miami Music Week.
Yeah.
And
was it Ultra?
Oh, maybe it was Ultra.
We brought Bieber out and everything.
Yeah. Okay, it was Ultra. And yeah, you and Skrillex, and I was just like, I mean, I've been a fan of you for
Let me tell you something
for years, which is crazy that we're friends now. Literally, me and all my friends, all we did was play Jack U.
I'm glad that you were there because I feel like we were so panned at that show because we were playing really random music. Yeah. Our album was just chaotic, right? Mm-hmm. But at the time, everything was main stage EDM. So like we came out then, we brought Justin out, and it was like the song was new, and people didn't like that song until 6 months later. Like they kind of had to like warm up to it, and we had a video. I just knew it was a big song.
Bro, I mean, because I'd never heard anything like it.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone had heard anything like that.
We had a vision for that record, and we knew it was gonna grow. But it really, on the first drop, like sometimes things just take a while. You know, like I had the same situation with like "Pawn the Floor," which is sampled by Beyonce for "Who Runs the World," but like those records just take forever. Lean On came out like 6 months before it even charted in America. Paper Planes was out for a year almost before it was on a commercial for Pineapple Express. Then it got on the radio, and then it was like became a #1 record in America. Things just, like I say, good records, but you do need a little nudge. Like you got to find something that kind of like pushes it a little bit. Yeah. Having great records is enough, but to get it to like the masses, to make it work and really reach, you kind of have to find something that pushes it out there without being cringeworthy. Because that's there's like a little level of like how far can you go to like get a record to reach people. So how do you have the confidence then when you're in the studio and you're like, holy shit, we just made something that is like so genre bending, so like it's pushing music forward. How do you have the confidence to be like, yeah, let's fucking go for this, even though people may not catch on for a second? Because you do that so much. I think with my own projects, like Major Lazer, we just dropped an EP called Galgebra with a lot of Galgebra. We just feel like when it's my own projects, I'm like, I believe in it because I'm playing these records live. I think it works. We make videos for them, and we find places that they make the most sense. And I just feel these are like energy records that haven't been heard before. I'm always like a guy that wants to put out things that no one's heard. Like I don't want to like this EP. If you listen to the Galgebra with Takisha and things, it's just like it's weird. It's like we're trying to really push the envelope, like we do with Jack U. I'm always trying to push the envelope because making like when I work on K-pop or country music, I kind of know that format, or even pop music. I'm like still trying to push it a little bit, but with my projects, I'm like, how fucking far can I take it? Because I own it. I don't have to answer to anybody. At the end of the day, when I answer to a label, they're gonna have notes. They're gonna have like a bit of what's going on. But with me, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm like the guy putting it out, so I just like push it forward. So any aspiring producer, try to make a real project. Some advice right here. because you're gonna have to always, work with the artist and find the way to balance. Working with a musician is always finding this kind of balance of like how to make their best self, a label happy, put what you can into it. But when you have your own project, you have no rules. Like you should be free to do whatever the fuck you want. And that's how great things happen.
Yeah.
A lot of producers don't make music anymore. They kind of just like buy records or whatever and drop things. But if you're like a real producer, like Fred again, for a good example, just doing whatever the fuck he wants.
Love him so much.
Making great music. Skrillex still, I want to say Bass Victim, fucking Snow Strippers. There's so many artists that are just like pushing it so far. Like Dylan Brady, who's like putting a lot of stuff out there with Skrillex. Like just like an artist that just like can really push it forward. If you're a producer, try to find your own project. You don't have to answer to anybody.
Yeah, that was some solid advice right there.
Fred again's a great example because he was a real pop producer for so long, and I just knew that he saw this gap in what he does, like this like a feeling dance music, but like for this rock crowd that doesn't like dance music or whatever, like a crowd that doesn't really think it's their thing. He made it like this is for everybody. You know, this is dance music with like emotion. And I think he came in the branding. Fred again's just so on point.
He's
a master at what he does.
I love him. Have there been times, and I know there have been, where you've been in the studio and you finished a record and you've been like, okay, I know this is a hit?
I think with
like Paper Planes, Where Are You Now? Like, have there been those times?
I mean, sometimes I'm kind of drunk and I'm like, I really love it, and then the next day I'm like, I don't know what's happening here. Like, even with Where Are You Now, we were like I was kind of like a little maybe on acid, and I was like, the next day I was kind of like, I was looking at the sun, I was like, I don't know, man. But then I listened back a week later, and I was like, damn, this gave me goosebumps. Because
how did that song come about?
Just his voice.
How did did you guys already, like, you and Skrillex were already working on it, and then you...
I had done, because of Usher, I'd done like a lot of production with, I was an R&B producer for like 3 or 4 years. I'd done like Climax for Usher. I had done a bunch of Chris Brown. I did a bunch of stuff.
You did Look at Me Now.
Look at Me Now, but some other stuff on
guys,
X.
Look at Me Now. Come on. Look at me now. Hey, look at me now.
But I was like an R&B producer because people were like fucking with this kind of like sample-y kind of thing. And then because of Usher, I had done Bieber's second album. I'd done some projects. So I did 2 tracks with Bieber. So I knew Scooter from Khalees days. Like I knew him when he managed Khalees.
Wow.
He was saved in my phone as Scooter Braun, Khalees' manager. And then even today, I still keep it in there because it's so funny.
Yeah, you have to.
And then I just had a party with Scooter. I'm like, bro, I got this idea. Like, I don't know what you guys are doing, but I'm making a really weird album right now. Like, do you have anything that's like, give me something to play with? And he literally texted me the acapella of Where You Now. I never heard the song. And I was like, cool, I'll fuck with it. So the next day we just go in the studio. A lot of times nothing happens. I get a lot of beats, ideas, whatever. And we worked on it for a while, and I convinced Sonny, like, this is gonna be great. If we can get this right, this is gonna be something that's gonna be really cutting edge. And I think me and him were just like locked in. Finished it. I sent it back to Scooter. I don't think they really understood. Even when Justin came out for like Ultra, I don't think he still understood it.
How massive and groundbreaking.
It was very unusual, but that led into him doing Purpose. And I think that was all those sounds became like, he was like, yo, I can do whatever the fuck I want. I'm fucking Justin Bieber. Like, I can do whatever. And that's actually a good segue to how great Swag was. When I heard that album, I was like, damn, he's the real one now. Like, he really is the one.
And he's just making the music that he absolutely loves. And that feels so like...
And he had the right team. Like, everybody who's on Swag, I'm like, fuck, they're like, big up Tobias, Jessup Jr., like Dijon. Like, some people say to me, like, bro, how do you tour so much? Like, how do you travel? I'm like, dude,
I was going to ask you that.
Dude, for me, it's easy. I'm like running, and I'm not drinking, and I'm like traveling first class.
This guy never sleeps. I'm traveling first class. I'm like, me too.
But it's like, you need like a nice little lay flat.
You have to lay flat.
Have to lay
From JetBlue, lay flat.
JetBlue
We're already talking about this.
Sponsor me.
We're not talking about this. Mint. It's perfect.
I'm
flying back to LA. Mint,
I don't even like private jets. I'll just take JetBlue Mint anywhere. Private jets suck.
Also, their food selection, you can take 3 of the things.
It's good as fuck food.
It's great.
The drink, the mint condition.
And this episode is brought to you by JetBlue Mint.
Yo, sponsor me. They give me the good cookies in the morning.
You can look at our engagement on TikTok and Instagram. Truly, Wes, you basically invented partying. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, I literally see this guy, every time I see you is in a partying capacity, which is always the best time.
Sometimes we see each other in the day.
And I only see him at gay bars, which is so funny.
That is true.
You love the gays.
The gay bars are the only real events I like to go to in LA because the gays don't give a fuck and they're like actually having fun. LA's a pretty flat city for energy. Unless you're playing a big rave. But like, I just played like Pegasus last weekend, which is like the really, oh my God, hardcore one, and I just love that.
Hold on, can we explain Pegasus? For people who don't know, Pegasus is a very, very intense gay warehouse experience. Everyone's shirtless. Everyone's
Sweaty.
grinding on each other,
Smells
sweaty.
crazy. And getting out of that place is kind of hard because there's no doors or windows. It's just like you have to like go through the crowd. But anyway, big up Pegasus. They always support when I want, like, and they're great audience. They always put me on when I'm in town. And then I did play the Abbey, which is in complete opposite. Like
Randomly, yeah, I go to the Abbey and there's Wes with the gays.
That Abbey was crazy because that was
Abbey's fun.
It was me and Dua Lipa at the Abbey, which is like one of the craziest lineups in that little room.
I honestly want to say though, like, how much you do in the LGBTQ plus community, seriously, like, it's really, really amazing and admirable. And
Yeah,
I love that you are such an incredible ally.
Well, you know, all the genres that I work in were probably discovered and created by gay men. You know, from like dance music, hip hop, low key.
Hip hop, really?
Yeah. I'm playing like really early 70s, like the DJs, like a lot of hip hop DJs were low key. Of course, house music, we all know. Well, not, you know, techno, Detroit DJs, some gay, some straight, but like house music, I think was actually defined by a lot of like gay black men between New York, Chicago, Detroit. Because a lot of gay men are able to just be way more free and crazy when it comes to music. It's always been that way. So I think
I definitely am.
You know, it's just I think the freedom to experiment. You know, and I think a lot of like gay men are able to just push the envelope a lot more than the straight guys. And the straight guys kind of follow suit or they mix it up. And now, you know, everything's a mix up. But I think when it comes to partying, the gays are always on the forefront of like what's going on. Look at Charlie's. Look at like Fluids. Like go to see Charlie XCX shows. Like I've never been.
Come on, the Sweat Tour with Charlie and Troy. It's like
I went and I saw like a big K-pop show a week before. I was like, I had to wear earplugs. But then when I saw Charlie in Brooklyn, I was like, dude, the gays are way louder. Yeah. Like it was like.
The energy's insane.
Yeah, and they support.
Have you seen Heated Rivalry?
No, is that a?
Heated Rivalry is a new show on HBO Max. It's kind of like About Me and You.
What?
It's like two hockey players who fall in love and just start hooking up.
Were they not gay before?
No.
My mother, I loved so much, and she passed away a couple years ago. I remember when she first watched Brokeback Mountain, she called me and she's like, "Oh my God."
She thought of you?
No, kind of. But she was like, that movie was so beautiful. There was gay stuff though. Like she was like confused because my mom was very like Republican, like kind of like Daytona Beach. But then that was like when the first movie came out. She was because that's the first kind of like movie where
it was really putting like
when you go watch a movie, you're like, damn, that's a really beautiful love story. Yeah. And then I guess Moonlight came out too, and that was like kind of like a game changer. But my mother, like, she watched Brokeback Mountain. She was like, kind of like changed her opinion, you know, kind of in a way. I always grew up just like doing whatever. I'm Florida, being this crazy shit going on here. But I remember that movie was like, it's sort of like a hockey version of Brokeback Mountain. But it's crazy. Brokeback Mountain's two straight men.
Two straight men. As hockey, you need to watch Heated. Just watch the first episode.
It's a season.
Well, it just came out.
We have to do a way longer interview. We didn't even scratch the surface.
I was just gonna ask. Okay, so Wes is about to do his run club thing, which we've got to get to, because you're fucking ripped. What made you want to start doing run clubs?
This is a good answer to end this on.
Yes.
No matter who you are, you got to take care of your body. Like,
absolutely.
It's like, it doesn't matter if you party, whatever. You can do as much partying as possible and still balance that with the energy you spend on yourself. Yeah. But running is just something that anybody could do. I love to promote it. I love I did it for like 20 years, but I go anywhere on the boardwalk here. Like I was running when I was in Antarctica. Wherever you go, you can run. And anybody can fucking do it. Doesn't cost money. All you need is shoes. You can be barefoot, even on the sand. I love the idea of like partying after a run, because whenever you run over 10 miles, you have that high. You have that that high is a real thing. Yeah. So I love to build something a community to do that. And I think with the run club, there's like all these activations happening, and it's just something that as a touring DJ, I think that's like something I want to like lead as my legacy. Like, just like everybody go out and run. You can have fun and party, because that's where we're all going to be doing that. Everybody wants to have experiences now. Yeah. You know, the internet gave us like so much. We're so closed down, so it's good to bring people together to do something physical.
And I love running too, and it's just such a release for me. Like I talk about, the way I listen to demos, mixes.
It's meditative.
It's so meditative.
I have such hardcore ADHD that the only time I feel like I'm meditating is either running or like on a surfboard, like where I'm just like where there's nothing around, you have no phone, you're just like looking at the waves.
Yeah. And this crazy freak tells me that he runs he doesn't need music, no earplugs, nothing. He said that the world is our symphony.
I did say that, and it wasn't cheesy.
Was crazy.
When I said it with my heart.
He did say it with
my chest. And
it is pretty beautiful, but I was like, what the fuck?
It sounded so stupid, but I I'll stand by that.
It's the
Because
truth.
maybe not a symphony, but like absorbing sounds of a city is
Yeah.
important. And Miami is just like fucking crazy.
There's so
like,
much.
if you run far enough, you're gonna be like in a Hasidic neighborhood, and there'll be like people like,
Yeah.
like you have like Hasidic Jews leaving the churches. If you run that far south, you're gonna hear like proper like Cuban music, and like in the middle, you're gonna hear like EDM.
Find
and,
me
like,
a Latino
it's
boy.
just like, yeah, go down.
I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna find my Latino boy. I'm gonna go down.
Hialeah.
I love you so much. Like
love you.
genuinely, every time I'm with you, the energy is incredible. You are such a special human being, and also you're an incredible father
Oh,
too.
thank you.
Thank you for being such an incredible artist. Thank you for being such an incredible creative producer, and also thank you for being an amazing friend.
I love you.
so much.
Give me a hug and kiss goodbye. And my love,
Wow, Wes,
Carter.
this back.
AK. That's
my
where the real
gosh.
muscles at. You don't know about
Jesus
those. I keep those
Christ.
secret.
I'm gonna find him at a gay bar later.
I went to one last night. Not gonna lie.
You went to one last night?
I went to that
Yes,
bar.
he's always going to gay bars without me.